Hey there, it's me, Lottie, and today we are going to discuss the results of my garden shoe comparison. Look at me standing in a pile of brush, trying out my shoes. Now, as you may recall, a while back, I was interested in getting a pair of shoes for gardening. I was tired of just wearing my hiking boots, which just seemed to get full of mud and dirt and weren't and wet every time I was watering, and then they'd have to sit out on the porch and dry off. And so I was just like, there has to be a better way. And I kind of like the idea of being barefoot in the garden. I mean, I definitely like the idea of it. My comfort level just isn't there yet. And so I wanted something that maybe allowed me the option of feeling like I was barefoot or very easily getting barefoot. So we looked at two different shoes, and I think I started this comparison about maybe a month ago. And the two shoes we compared were the Garden Clogs by Emoji and the Fit Kicks. So I do have rain boots, which are nice, especially when it's really muddy and sloggy. But when it's not that muddy, I mean, I don't mind getting my feet wet. You know what I mean? Like I would rather be barefoot, but just not there yet. So anyway, I decided to grab a few pairs that I've been eyeing online. I asked a few recommendations, of course, on Facebook, and came up with two options. These are called Fit Kicks, and they're kind of advertised as a minimalist shoe. So let's see here. It says they're good for traveling, yoga, cruising, cycling, walking at the beach, grooving, high heel relief, errands, water sports, kicking back, and commuting. Oh no, it doesn't say gardening. All is well. So these are really these are like one up from tights material. Interesting. The other thing I wanted to try was like a clog, a garden clog, and I didn't get Crocs. Just don't care for the price point. These are quite a bit less expensive, and they actually were written up in a magazine. I forgot which one. They were like, one of those top 10 gardening shoes, something like that. So I decided to go with it. I got a nice army green. They're very light, very lightweight. So we'll see. Let's try these on. Let's see what they do. Okay, first and foremost, these are cute. I know that can't be the deciding factor, but bonus. Okay, so now these are just, they're literally like, like stretch, I won't say stretch pants material, but they're like stretchy, and then they have a sole. So probably no matter what, I'll like these for just literally running around in, but let's see what they feel like. Okay, so these feels like I don't have on any shoes at all. It feels like these are footies, which, I think that's the point, is for them to be, very minimalistic, just a sock or a shoe. I could see these coming in very handy when I go camping, and like if I have to walk from my tent to the campfire, and you would like to be barefoot, but you just don't know what's on the ground. I mean, these are kind of cool, or if you're in a muddy situation or going swimming, I could definitely see wearing these. So now these, the Fit Kicks, I like these too. I like the way when I went walking around in them, I could feel the breeze coming through the top, because otherwise they seem like they'd be a little closed in and a little hot. I mean, no hotter than what I've been wearing, right? This is just me having an opportunity to say, oh, I don't want them to be hot since I'm buying garden shoes, right? So I could feel the air circulating through. I don't know if I feel like these are like a little more fragile, I want to say. Although, like I said, I don't know. These are like a perfect house slipper too. You know, just so that you're not barefoot, although I like to wear my moccasins as my house slippers. I'm gonna wear them a little bit more, wear each pair a bit more, and see what I think. Looking at the details of these shoes though, I will say what I could see myself really liking them for, I apologize for this crazy lighting, is exercising and working out. I mean, because you're not barefoot, you have a little bit of traction because of the sole. I like the way the toe is reinforced. This is like a ultra suede sort of material. This is elastic, so keeps them kind of snug to your feet without hurting. This is very snug, but so far not uncomfortably snug. So we'll see. We shall see. So each of them have their pros and cons, of course. I'm going to start by saying I like both of them, just so that you're not looking for a winner, you know. I like them both, and I like them both for different reasons. I tried them in a variety of circumstances. Of course, we went out to the garden. We watered the garden. Well, one thing I will say, I do feel like I'm barefoot. I mean, I feel like I'm out here in socks. So that's an interesting feeling, a freedom feeling of being out here in socks, even though there's a little sole underneath. Okay, here we are out in the garden. I will say that there's like a sharp, you see this poking through here? This is a stump, you know, like a woody stump. And that hurt. I stepped on it. That did hurt. I mean, it would have hurt if I was barefoot too. So we're definitely giving them a full workout, and woo! That's cold, because that water soaks right through. You know, I'm not trying to get them overly wet, but you know, that happens, right? When you're in here doing some deep watering. So they're getting wet. We're going to see how they do. I will say that I kind of like the way they make me feel light-footed. Like, I mean, I feel like I can easily like maneuver in and out around the plants, you know, sort of like ballerina slippers or fairy slippers, not clomping through here with my big old hiking boots. So that I like. That part. And watch me step on something being all light-footed. That part I like. They are wet. We're going to take them back to the house and I'm going to peel them off. I don't know how that's going to feel. Let them dry out and then see how they act tomorrow. We went walking Riley, so that's on a unpaved dirt road with some rockiness. Okay, so today we're going to take out our other shoes. Who are these again? Emojis, I guess. We're going to take our emojis for a spin. gonna walk the dog in them. I will say that, of course, being able to just jump in them and put them on is easier than having to slip on the Fit Kicks. Let me see if they're dry. Okay. So they are still damp, which would probably be pretty uncomfortable putting them back on to go outside today. Okay, that is a factor. All right, let's go try these out. I do like these. I like the way they feel. I like the way they look too. Now, I haven't taken these officially in the garden yet, but let me tell you, I already see something that is very beneficial, is the fact of being able to walk on these rocks. I don't think I'd be able to walk the dog comfortably in the Fit Kicks. I mean, I can feel the rocks, but not painfully so. Whereas yesterday when I had on the Fit Kicks in the garden, I stepped like on a little stump twig and it really hurt my foot. I will step on the same stump twig with these and see what happens. Today we're taking the Fit Kicks on a walk with the dog. Now, yesterday I walked with the clogs. I've been walking with the clogs, and I really like them because it tends to be rocky on the dirt road. I do not expect these to be as comfortable, but we have some errands to run today, so I'm running late and we're starting out with the Fit Kicks. Actually, they're doing better than I thought on these rocks. Sometimes I jump out here with my moccasins and I really am uncomfortable walking down on these rocks, but they actually are doing better than I thought. Okay, Fit Kicks, you all are making this really difficult. And we ran a few errands, like went to the gun range and to the post office and to the hardware store, those kinds of things. Very limited running around, but just wanted to see. So, me and the Fit Kicks have gone to drop the dog off to have a bath, and to the gun range to practice shooting, and to the grocery store. And we are back home for a moment until it's time to go pick up the pooch. And I will say, okay, so y'all are making this hard because my feet don't sweat in Fit Kicks. They're airy, they're breathable. I did notice with the garden clogs when I tried to wear them just for an extended length of time, not gardening, even though they have the holes all the way around, they still kind of get a little sweaty because they are crafted out of plastic, a non-breathable material. So there's that. This is a good comparison. So if I were to create categories for this comparison, some of the ones that stood out for me are comfort, wearability, recovery, and by that I mean recovery from getting soaking wet or being exposed to a lot of dirt and mud and soil. And what else? Oh, maybe I'll think of some more categories. But to start off with, I will say that I tend to grab the emoji garden clogs more than the Fit Kicks. And I think that has to do with ease of wear. Like I can just stick my foot in and go. I literally do not even have to sit down, to like scoop the back of the shoe onto my foot. So they definitely are my grab and go more often than not because of their ease of just getting them on and off. Now, that said, that brings up one of the cons. When you get back in the house after wearing them in a gardening moment where you've been in a lot of dirt and a lot of mud, because of the way they're made, your feet will be dirty. So you take them off, that dirt will have gone through the holes in the top and maybe in the bottom and the sides. And so I would have to like dust my feet off or clean my feet off when I got in the house before I went walking around, if the goal is to keep the dirt out of the house. And then I would usually like actually go to the tub and like wash my feet because they would get dirty in these shoes when you garden. The other thing I'll say is that the garden clogs, sometimes I would have to take them off to dump out water or dump out just accumulated debris, because they have actual holes on the top. That's nice for ventilation, but again, it lets everything in. Now, I didn't really mind that. I could kick my shoe off in the garden and rinse my foot off with a garden hose. It was very close to being barefoot if that was my goal, to be barefoot. I will say that the Fit Kicks do keep your feet clean. And when they get wet, however, you have to sit them out to dry. Now they do dry quickly, much more quickly than my hiking boots, but you do have to sit them out in the sun to dry. The other thing that's nice about them is you can take the sole out and you can, if you wanted to just wash that, or you can put the whole thing in the washing machine and then let them air dry if they had stayed in the bottom of, say, a backpack, or you had gone canoeing or something like that, and, maybe some lake water maybe wasn't smelling quite so fresh, I do love the Fit Kicks for that idea, like for camping, for kayaking, for the beach, like walking around on the beach. I think they would be great for that. Let's talk about walking in them. Taking the dog for a walk. Like I said, it was on a rocky pavement. What I liked about the Emoji garden clogs is they have a little bit thicker sole and a little more cushion. So I felt like I had some shoes on and some protection against sharp elements. I will say that once or twice I stepped on a sharp rock and I did feel it though. So they're not like that hard or that impervious to punctures. I didn't puncture it all the way through, but I could just feel that sharp point. And when I was in the garden, if there's like a little stump involved from something I cut down and has started to try to grow back, those little trees that keep trying to grow, I could feel that too. So you couldn't just step dead on it and be like, oh, I'm good, like I would be in a hiking boot. But I did feel like there was some cushion there. But these feel good to walk in. They feel bouncy. They feel bouncy. I like these. There's stuff I like about both of them. With the Fit Kicks, I felt like I was walking almost barefoot. It was less than flip-flops because it's a very thin sole. And it almost made my stride like heavier. Like I felt like I can't explain it. I just felt like I was really heavy on the ground. I felt like I was barefoot. And that could be okay, but it was like the impact was more. Like I could feel the impact of the ground as I was walking. And so that could be kind of a shock, I think, on your skeletal framework if that's an issue. Now in the garden, the Fit Kicks made me feel just like a little fairy foot. They're very delicate. I loved the way I could maneuver in and out around the plants. That's me maneuvering in and out around the plants. And they also, you would feel a sharp rock or a tiny tree stump, and it was painful. It would be painful. But I mean, that's the same with both of them, but it would be worse in the Fit Kicks. Running errands, going out and about. They were both fine, comfortable. There is the impact, again, if you were going to walk a lot, like say going to an outdoor festival or something like that, I probably wouldn't wear the Fit Kicks because they're just like not enough. I guess it's like a shock absorbing, it's not enough of that. And the con with the garden clogs or the emoji garden clogs is that they can be sweaty because they are of a non-breathable material. Even though they have the holes for circulation of air, I noticed that they could get a little sweaty and sticky if I had them on, just like out and about. I also got some interesting tan lines on my feet in the shape of honeycombs, but I don't mind that. I don't know, y'all. These might be the winner. I do sometimes have to take them off and let the dirt fall out of them, but I mean, it's easy. Like I said, I like the way they slip on and off super quickly, hanging out by the back door. I like both of these shoes. There are jobs that you will still need your hiking boots or garden boots, mud boots, what do they call it? Wellies or whatever they are. You will need those sometimes. But as far as a day-to-day gardening shoe that's lightweight, breathable, holds up to the water. That was the thing about watering the plants and always getting my feet wet. These were fine. Like I said, even though they had some drawbacks in certain areas, I still really appreciate having them both by the back door, so I can grab them and put them on. And I think the Fit Kicks are going to be more so for my camping, boating, workout, exercise, yoga. I can see them being really good for that. I might want to have more than one pair for that. So I have an indoor pair or an outdoor pair. Like if I'm at when will I be at a gym or at a studio doing yoga again? Anyway, so like I said, I liked them both for different reasons. The price points were very similar. Both were around $20 a pair. I'll put the actual price and the links to these down below. So if you want to check them out, let me know what your favorite gardening shoes are. I mean, I looked at quite a few. I'm not opposed to trying different ones. So I'd love to know what your favorite mode of gardening is for your feet. Are you barefoot? Are you in knee boots? Are you in hiking boots? Are you in flip-flops? And what are the pros and cons for you? Anyway, I hope that this day is a good one for you. And as always, I will see you in the next video. So take care. I almost want to get these in a few more colors.